is it? Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. The title of this video is not clickbait. We are going to stop doing YouTube. Here's the thing, is that we don't know when or even if we're coming back, but we're gonna be gone for quite a while. And I don't want to be cryptic, but I don't want to tell my whole life story. But you know what it is that my personal life is just like fucking needs more attention. And I don't know. I think you said it best. We were talking about this last week, and Kara was saying that she feels like it's a time to be silent, I guess. Like
I feel like it's a
good way of putting it.
It's a time for me to stop talking and start listening.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I couldn't put my finger on it though until you said that.
Yeah.
We had a long talk about this. And I know this is gonna seem kind of sudden to you guys. I just realized that while we're doing this video right now. But we've been talking about this for a little while, on and off. And last week we just kind of made the decision to just focus on other things. You know, I want to improve my personal life, to be honest with everyone. And also I just want to make sure I'm listening to God, you know, and when God is saying, you know, it's time to stop for a while or whatever, then I just listen. I've learned to be over the years obedient to God. You know, and when I get that kind of feeling, I I go with it. But when you were telling me, you know, I just feel like it's time to be silent, I felt that. Like when you said that, I thought it's exactly what it is. You know?
Yeah. I mean, for the last, I can't focus on like this.
Yeah.
Unless I'm feeling happy in my personal life.
Right.
You know, this is not going to fulfill me. You know what I mean? It is something I do that I do for fun, that I like. And I like, we like looking at our subscribers and listening to what you guys have to say.
Interacting with you guys.
Yeah, interacting with you guys. And some of you have been so loyal, even from times when we weren't,
I know.
You know, when we didn't have very many subscribers at all, you know.
Next month will be 6 years that we've done YouTube. Next month, that's when we do it. So next month in June will be 6 years that we've done YouTube. And some of you guys have been with us when we had, you know, our first 10 subscribers. Some of y'all are still there, and you know, like I thank you, because I don't know what, you know, like a lot of people won't stay for that long, and then I know a lot of you guys are, you know, like I know the names now of the people that comment and stuff like
names
that.
And faces.
Yeah, the faces of the, you know, the commenters and stuff, and you know, we certainly appreciate that, and we have a lot of new subscribers. And sorry guys, I know you guys probably just subscribed yesterday or whatever, or this past week, but you know, still we appreciate you as well.
We can't do good work.
I agree.
If I don't want to just put stuff out just to be putting stuff out and talking about things that really honestly doesn't bother me very much, or I can't even have fun with it if I feel like, you know, once we turn off the cameras, like my life isn't, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I need to give my life to a place where I'm happy. And I just feel like if you're, you know, when you have I wish, you know, God would have said when we only had like 1,000 subscribers.
I know, but
you know, now, but I do understand that, you know, wherever he's taking me, you know, I need to listen more than I need to talk.
Yes, I agree.
Sometimes I don't feel like talking anymore, and it's because I need to listen.
No, you're right.
You know, I know that a lot of people will, you know, say, oh, you know, you can just, you know, do a video every once. It's not about that. You know, it's, you know, I believe in putting 100% in things. And if I'm not doing that, then there's no, to me, I feel like you're not, you know, you're not doing like good work. I mean, God doesn't give you a platform just so you can just accumulate subscribers and views. He gives you a platform so you can actually say something. And right now I feel like he's saying something for me. And in order for me to actually do good content, I have to listen.
Right.
And then, you know, speak. And, you know, I'm not one of these people who just like to do things just to do it.
Yeah, I know, like for, you know, like money and stuff like that. Yeah. That's not our, like, I know a lot of you guys have been watching us for a while. You guys know that we're not those types of people, those types of YouTubers. Nothing wrong with getting, you know, making this a lucrative business and stuff like that. I totally get that. And if you're really into it, totally do it. You know, we've been very blessed to have, you know, we haven't taken any sponsorships. And there's a reason behind that. We have been blessed to have a lot of larger companies want to work with us, and it would be lucrative for us possibly. So we're blessed to have that, but we have declined all of them because I know that to me, I feel like I don't want to just be taking money to be taking money. You know, I especially when my heart is starting to not be fully into all of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we're not getting rid of the show. So you're not gonna see like. You're not gonna see Convos and Karen Daniels, and it's not gonna be gone.
Yeah, we're keeping
it's still
it up.
Gonna be up because I feel like maybe we'll come back, but I can't just continuously do something just to be doing it, just because it's because this isn't like this is like this isn't like your like regular job. This is the thing that you do. It's like a spirit job. You do it because it's fun, and you do it because you have something to say, and it's something you do when you're just not doing the work you have to do. You know what I mean? And now this is starting to feel like something I have to do. Yeah. To me, it feels like I'm just going through the motions.
And when we do videos, even through all of this, we believe in what we're doing. When we're talking to you guys, we're doing our subjects. We're interested in the subjects we're doing. So we always give you guys our full, like, true, honest opinion on things.
I'm always going to be honest with you. I'm never going to be. This is not going to be some. I'm always going to be honest. I'm going to tell you the truth when I'm here. I'm going to tell you the truth when I leave.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then when we come back, if you guys are still here, I hope. Yeah. I hope that, but that's up to God. That's not up to me anyway.
Yeah. All this not up to God. All this up to God.
But I hope that some of you guys stick around. Hopefully, when we come back. But if you don't, I mean, honestly, I really am grateful for the people who have interacted with us, who have given us so many emails, who have sent us videos to watch.
I know, clips.
To.
And just communicating with you guys back and forth in comments. Like, with YouTube, I know a lot of you guys have mentioned this before, throughout our time on YouTube, that we are very interactive with you guys. Like, we answer a lot of comments, and I know a lot of YouTubers don't do that. And we're not like these major YouTubers, but, we have a fair amount of comments, and it is very difficult sometimes to answer all. We can't answer all of them. It's not gonna happen, but we do like to interact with people and things like that, and we like to have a good exchange of ideas and thoughts and opinions, and we like to hear all that. When we first started this, we were really, the whole point was that Karen and I have these conversations all of our life. We always have conversations like you guys get. We have this just off camera. The only things we're on camera with it. So we just wanted to bring, the point was just to bring up topics that are make people think a little bit differently. Also to put forth a different voice out there, because there's a lot of there seems like there's always a lot of the same opinions,
particularly with black women,
black women
in general. I think people have a perception that all black women are alike, and let me be honest, they are. Most of them are, but that we aren't like that. And I will say, for a lot of specifically black viewers that watch us, it has been a comfortable place for me to come, because for so long I felt like, as a black conservative or someone who thinks that way, that I'm alone. Yeah. Because there aren't a lot of black people in your real life. I mean, when you go online, you'll see your Brandon Tatums and your Jado Jacksons and your He is Blanchard and your black conservative perspective. But in real life, you don't run into black people who
rare.
think like this. And so being online and talking to all these different people, it has made me feel like I'm not alone. Yeah. I'm not alone. I'm not crazy. I'm not alone in this point of view. That makes me happy. And if I got anything from that, is that there is a world out there where people are not always angry and protesty and upset and mean on both white and black people.
Right. We got a lot of comments today where people saying, I just subscribed to you, I just found you, blah, blah, blah. So I will apologize. They know that this is the next video you're probably seeing is that we're leaving, but we are going to keep up the other videos because there's 550 conversations. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, why take that down? Someone might want to see it. I don't know. Someone might want to see it. But if you unsubscribe, do not feel bad about that, y'all. Yeah. Listen. Hear us loud and clear. If you feel you need to unsubscribe, we totally understand that. And the whole point of us even doing this video is because I hate when I start liking, when I like someone, right? I'm subscribed to the channel or following them or whatever, and then they fall off the face of the earth, and they come back, they pop up like a year later, never said anything. Never said anything. Just pop it, go, oh, I'm back. You know, I'm like, well, where were you? You know, they didn't do a video, so we feel like we want to do the courtesy of at least giving you a video telling you what's going on and that we're going to be leaving. So we don't want to leave and then pop up a year later. Y'all be like, well, why didn't you tell us you were going? So we didn't want to be those people.
But this whole grind, no days off doesn't work for me.
It's not good.
You know what I mean? I can't work I am working every single day. And I can't work every day of my life and then neglect my private life. Like, I can't do that anymore. You know what I mean? And so I do need to step back, and you know, I do want to come back. I just want to come back when I'm happier. I think when I'm in when I'm in a more whole place. I think I'm not unhappy. It's just I'm just in a place where I feel like I need to focus on. I don't know. I need to focus on God. I need to focus on. God needs to be the center of my life.
Yes.
And I feel like work is now becoming the center of my life, and that's not me. And really, I came to Christ only a few years ago, and the truth is I'm not going back to that, to life without God.
That's what I was saying in the beginning of the video. Gone are the years where I don't, where I'm not obedient to God. That's not a thing anymore. So when I get a calling, a message, a feeling in my spirit to do something different, or to stop doing something or do something or whatever, you know, I listen, and this is just the message that I'm getting, is that I have got to surrender something.
Even like with our politics, I haven't been into politics.
Yeah,
I've been in my Bible so much that I just really haven't been in the world.
Yeah.
And I kind of just don't want to be right now. I don't care about what these politicians are doing. I'm so glad Trump got into office. I'm happy that I was a part of that. Even if it was for a little part of it, I'm happy that he's doing a good job, and I'm happy that our country seems to look a little bit normal again. You know, I'm happy I was a part of that. But right now, I feel like he got elected, and you know, I feel like the world is, you know, trying to get back into to normalcy. But then my own life, like I have to go where I feel like I'm being pulled.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think God is pulling me away from the show like entirely. I think he's pulling me away right now and saying, walk away. There is a time to listen, and there's time to talk. And this is not a time for you to talk. It's time for you to zip it up and focus on something so that you can be a better person.
Yeah. And I know a lot of you guys have been with us when the transition into us even finding Christ.
Right.
Because before we were those more like, just we believed in God, but we weren't into a specific Christian religion, you know, and the transition y'all seen that, you know, and it's now become very, very important to me to focus on my walk with Christ, because if I'm just doing this, we're doing this, you know, all the time, it can get to you. Like it can take over things, and you can start to, you know, that's how social media is, though, right? You can kind of like forget about all the important things and the things that you need to improve in your life. You can get onto that grind where you're getting further away from God, and that's not at all what I'm co-signing on. And I understand there's a balance between. I know that I could balance that. It's just that right now God's telling me that I don't want you to balance it. I need you to focus on
Me.
on the walk with me, you know, and so, but you know, but it's not that it's impossible to balance both. It's just that my personal.
But it is if your personal life is not like, it's easy to do a show if everything in your personal life is good. When everything in your personal life is not good, then just to throw yourself in work, it's means you're avoiding a part of your life, and it'll take a part of you, you know, away.
100%.
You know, and I'm just not about that. I mean, look, we have to work to live, but I'm not here to just. You know, man cannot live on bread alone.
Yeah,
the word of God. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just it. You can't just make money and
that's it.
And that's it. This whole idea, like, you know, this is what we stress all the time, even in our show, about you know, wanting money all the time, and you know, chasing the world, chasing these things of the world that make you feel good temporarily, but then it wears off, and then you become obsessed with trying to get things and people and to like you and all of that, and then you really just ignore yourself until one day the entertainment stops, and then you're you know you know, and you can't just live on stuff like that, like.
you know, there's going to be a time in everyone's life where God just gets you alone, you know, and it's just time to just listen. And that's what the place that I think we're in right now. Gigs, I'm going to put up a clip of this on Instagram and Facebook. And I know that we don't get a lot of traffic over there. It's mostly our fault. We're not, look, we have a YouTube page, but it's so funny because we're not social media people. I think we were talking about this the other day. I think the last time I took an actual selfie was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It was like 3 years ago the last time I took an actual selfie of myself to make a, you know, so we're not big social media people. We have the YouTube channel, we do that, but anyways, I know that on our Instagram and our Facebook pages, we don't have a high traffic there really at all. But to the, you know, 4 people that look at us over there, yeah, just thank you for following us and all that stuff. You know, it's we're very appreciative of that. We're just happy that people, you know, we found some common ground with some people that maybe we otherwise wouldn't. And so that has been like a good takeaway for me.
Yeah.
You know, just being able to find common people don't agree. A lot of times people don't agree with us, and that's fine. That's what we like. We like that. That's the world we need. Yeah. The world we need is that we can exchange ideas. We can have a nice exchange of ideas, good debates, you know, and just a sense of community in that way. And instead of just always being a battle with one another, you know, we can actually have common ground. It's possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've done it on the show with people who've watched us. So, you know, just hope that people, you know, found some type of common ground with us, and that our show kind of, you know, did something for somebody. I don't know if it did. Yeah, but anyways, the people on Instagram and Facebook, thank you for following us. We really appreciate that. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. And that's it. This is Convos with Kara and Danielle, and we are signing off. Bye, guys.
Bye.